How's everybody doing? It's Sauce Unforged for Perfect Storm Entertainment. Today we're going to go ahead and play some more Quest for Glory 4. I don't think we're going to beat it today. We're probably going to go ahead and save that for the next stream. But I don't know yet. It depends on how well we do, I suppose. If it's a short enough duration from now until the end of the game, then we'll go ahead and get the rest of the game in for you. But I don't think it will be. I think we still have, like roughly half the game left. Out of all the Quest for Glories that we've played so far, 4 is by far the biggest. So I don't think we'll be doing it in 3 videos like we've been doing for the whole series. And same thing with Quest for Glory 5. Once we get to that, I actually think that's going to probably be 4 or 5 videos long as well. So we're going to go ahead and do part 3 right now for you. Sit back, enjoy, and let's get to more Davia. Alright, so for this playthrough, we have to, we have to go find the chief thief, go pick the locks in the Thieves Guild. We gotta talk to the court jester. We gotta speak to the domovoi. Hopefully we can find the gypsy camp. And hopefully we can find the Lishi. And if you've never played any of these games, you'll find out what those are here shortly.
A voice from behind the door says, "Oops, sorry. Seems I forgot about my burglar alarm. Hope it wasn't too shocking for you."
Hello, how are you? Come in and have a sit, why don't you?
As you sit down, a rude noise comes from the chair seat.
Get you every time. A million laughs. How are you? Good to see you. Nice see you to drop in. Speaking of dropping in, did you hear the one about the bad waiter? Seems like he was always dropping in. Dropping in. Get it? Didn't think so. No one got a sense of humor anymore. Not even me.
You walk over to the chair and sit down. A loud and rather embarrassing noise causes you to get back up again. Apparently you forgot who you were dealing with for the moment.
Alright, so I guess we're not supposed to sit down.
I ain't got no sense of humor. I can't get no sense of humor. And I try, don't know why, gotta fly, say goodbye. What's the matter, you a music critic, so I can't tell a joke? Sue me. I'm comedically challenged, a phoebe of a fool, a dweeb dunce. As a matter of fact, I've been cursed. I'm vexed with a hex, so to speak. Pathetic, ain't it? I can't tell a joke if it kicked me in the teeth. Ever since I got Baba Yaga mad at me, I got the bad joke blues.
Oh. What did he do, I wonder?
She has no sense of humor whatsoever. Let me tell you, I was just telling a joke about how some hero got Baba Baby hopping mad and fit to be towed. How was I to know she was in the audience at the time? Anyhow, Baba Yaga stands up, says some bad poetry, and the next thing I know is my jokes are jumbled and my puns are pathetic. So here I am in Nowhere Land trying to locate Baba Yaga so as I can get the curse removed and my humor returned. She has no sense of humor whatsoever, let me tell you. Anyhow, Baba Yaga... So here I am... Putin ask me again, I'll tell you my name. Seriously, folks, the name is Bones. Punny Bones. I'm just a jester. Professionally speaking, of course. Hey, I'm a professional fool, so don't try this at home, kid. Unfortunately, more people laugh at me than at my jokes lately. It's hard to be hilarious when your sense of humor is defunct.
I know that one. No one finds me funny anymore.
Funny you should ask about that. Making jokes is in my bones, make no bones about it. But my puns have been sort of boneheaded lately. This place is really dead, you know? I've had a livelier audience in a graveyard. What do they know about humor? They think a guy falling into a mud puddle is a major joke, like lots of yucks. Now, a man being tripped into a mud puddle, that's comedy. What do I hear? Let me see. Well, the talk of the town is you. No one knows how you got here or what are you doing, and they're still all a bit leery of strangers. You should see some of the looks they give me. You'd think they never saw a gnome before, or you, for that matter.
All right.
Hey, welcome into the inn. Pleased to meet you. Sit down, have a seat. Oh, we did that already, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. So you can tell about
Tell
yourself.
about some of your adventures.
What was that you were saying about saving Spielberg?
You tell about your adventures in Spielberg.
So you're the guy that made me lose my sense of humor. Listen, if you hadn't made Baba Yaga mad, I never would have told the joke that made her take my humor away.
Yeah. That's how responsibility works.
Nice to see a friendly face around here. Catch it.
The rubber chicken squeals as you pick it up and squeeze it.
Well, you'll have to keep her now. You obviously rub her the right way. Rub her, get it?
Lame ass. His carpet's a smiley face.
So I ask you, what do you call a dinosaur crashing into a wall?
Wait for
Late
supper.
for supper, of course. See you later, crocodile.
Alright, man. Catch you later, dude. Alright, let's go do the Thieves Guild stuff right now. Okay. And I remembered how to do this now. Kind of. That card you get for the Thieves Guild, you use it to pick locks now. Because I was like, where's the... I was thinking, like, where was the lock pick in this game?
Unlatch the lock. Your guild card. Don't leave home without it. There are a number of fascinating books about thief techniques on the bookshelves. Of special interest is the one on disarming traps. It says that with a new Mark II Thieves toolkits and a bit of skill in picking locks, you can locate and disarm almost any mechanical trap. In the section on surviving magical traps, the book suggests taking up religion. There is also a book on thief marks that tells you all about this secret language of thieves. You learn a number of new symbols and combinations.
Huh. Alright.
You don't see any way to open the safe. It looks as if the knob is missing.
Oh, there we go. That's what the knob's for.
Now that you've replaced the safe knob, the filch safe looks ripe for the cracking. You know, kind of like a walnut. To open the safe, you will need to spell out the combination with alternating right and left turns.
Okay. What do we have here? A-C-E-G-I-K? Oh my gosh. Oh wait, is that an F? No, it looks like an E, doesn't it? I didn't mean to click there.
That didn't do it. You slip the Thieves Guild membership card into your pocket. That didn't do it. That didn't. You've found a particularly diabolical poison gas trap.
Uh-oh.
Fortunately, it's just like one of those described in the book on traps, so you are able to disarm it.
Oh, good.
You're kidding, right? You'd better not. It might be... That didn't do it. That didn't do it.
Damn it.
A single tapped barrel rests against the back wall.
I think I got it.
Straighten.
I think I got it.
To open the...
It would be A, B, C, D, E, F, I, L, C, G, H. Boom!
Quickly rifle the opened safe.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it looks
Facebook message.
as though legions of Thieves Guild initiates have been here before you, as all the money is gone. Ah, that did it. The lock springs open with a satisfying snick. Inside the desk, you find a complete and hardly used Mark II Thieves Toolkit. It has all the latest facilities for opening the toughest locks, cracking safes, and disarming mechanical traps. There is one lockpick missing from the set, so you add yours to it. You also find a fancy match set of 3 throwing daggers, which you add to your collection. Finally, you find some sort of diary or logbook in the desk. The title of the book reads, Memoirs of a Master Manipulator. Modest, eh? You take it out and set it on the desk.
You're about to meet a reoccurring character here
Around.
pretty soon.
You leaf through the chief thief's logbook. An interesting entry speaks of a proposed night raid on the castle. The guild members would use secret passage to avoid notice. You wonder which secret passage that might be.
But you found out
The
from the
later
old
entry in
dude.
different handwriting indicates how far the guild had declined recently. It seems to be just a bunch of doodling and some nonsense words. It says, bad boys yell, good girls giggle, rich girls run. Not quite on the same standard as a nighttime castle raid. One of the final entries says, Fred and Frank caught out at night without hooks. Fred is dead and Frank sank. I'm the last. An ambitious thief will try to prosper by hook and by crook. The log closes with some incoherent ramblings about passing the deadly tentacled beast, then the horror, shadows of darkness enfold me, madness and mockery in the dark one's chamber. Sounds as though the author was in a chemically modified state.
Huh! You say he was high.
You set up the thieves' toolkit and try to disarm any traps that may be on the safe.
Oh, what am I supposed to do here? Disarm the trap, mark 3 boxes in a row, column or diagonal with the same color. There we go.
You have successfully disarmed the safe.
Alright.
You crack the safe using the Mark II toolkit. You take the healing potion, throwing dagger, and 5 crowns someone was foolish enough to leave inside.
Alright, that's what I'm talking about. Give me that healing potion.
You set up the thieves' toolkit and try to disarm any traps that may be on the safe.
Come on.
You have successfully disarmed the safe. Using the Mark II toolkit, you quickly manage to get the safe open. Inside you find 6 crowns, a throwing dagger, and a potion labeled Poison Cure. They seem a fitting reward for your efforts, so you take them.
We're making money.
You straighten out your... You depress the barrel tap, but nothing comes out. Instead, the barrel slides across the wall to reveal some sort of mechanism. This is a door unlocking mechanism. To operate it, push each of the tiles until all 9 tiles have been set to the correct pattern to open the door.
Alright. Wait.
There are no gray tiles in the solution. Nonetheless, 4 colors on each of 9 tiles yields over 250,000 possible solutions. Guesswork won't help.
Okay. $250,000.
This is a door
Alright, so
You need to find a clue somewhere else in the room. Probably under lock and key.
right. I mean, check back in here, I guess.
You leaf through the chief. An interesting entry speaks of a proposed night. A later entry in different handwriting indicates how far the guild... It says, bad boys yell, good girls giggle, rich girls run. Not quite on the same standard as a nighttime castle raid. One of the final entries said...
I got it. I think.
This is...
Bad boys, run, rich girls giggle. And what was the last one? Shit.
You leaf. An interesting entry. A later... It says...
Rich girls
Bad
run.
boys yell, good girls giggle, rich girls run. Not quite on the same standard as a nighttime castle raid. One of the final entries says, Fred and Frank... This is...
Oh yeah.
So, you found my secret passageway. You must excuse me. I'm not quite myself anymore. Oh, don't worry. I won't hurt you. It is good to talk to someone again. It has been so very long since anyone has been here. Ah, but I'm forgetting my manners. Welcome to Mordavia. I am the chief thief here. I'm also the only thief here other than you, but that is beside the point. There is a little-known secret way into the castle that I will someday reveal to you when I think you are ready. This was once a thriving training ground for new thieves. They would come from miles around to learn the trade here. If only we were not completely cut off from the rest of the world, this would be the greatest thieves guild in the whole world.
If you watch my Quest for Glory 2 playthrough, I did his voice for one of the characters. I mean, you'll find out who he is eventually here in a moment. But if you think about it for a moment, and if you watched it, you'll know who he is.
After I became such as I am, many of the members left. One thief said that I was no longer fit to be chief. After I showed him how fast I could throw daggers with these feet, he didn't say much. Never said anything again, as a matter of fact. The ones that left said they felt uncomfortable around me. Fools! Do they think this is some sort of brotherhood of man? This is a brotherhood of thieves. They should be uncomfortable around me. Soon it was just me and two others. They decided to explore the castle after the new owner moved in and never returned. So now, there's only me and you. You mean this passage behind me? It leads out of town under the bridge near the gate. You can use it to get out of town, but you cannot get back in. The door can't be opened from the outside. You have to be very careful with traps. Always check for them first. Take your time disarming them. One mistake can be your last. We are not exactly set up right now to fence stolen items. There are several places around the town where you might be able to find a bit of loose cash, though. I will tell you what. You go out and steal something from someone in town and come back and tell me about it. If it sounds like you know your basic thief skills, I will let you know where the really good places are. Do you like it? I'm afraid it is not very becoming. And to think I once despised cockroaches. I made a terrible mistake and broke into the monastery one night. It had been abandoned for years, and I thought maybe something had been left behind there. I discovered a secret passage to the basement. That place gave me the creeps. I felt like something was watching me all the time. When I got to the basement, I discovered a small statue I could easily take. When I tried to pick it up, I felt very, very dizzy. When I awoke from my faint, I looked like this. You can imagine my horror. Do you think it's fun to have 6 legs and no matching socks? Do you think I enjoy running around frantically and stopping suddenly for no apparent reason? Do you think it's fun to look in the mirror and wish you had a giant fly swatter so you could commit suicide? Is that your idea of fun? You idiot! You! Forgive me, I'm just not myself lately. It would be too dangerous for you to help me. If I, a master thief and chief of a major guild, dare not go back to the monastery, you would be wise not to even think of such a thing.
Alright then.
My name? Oh, you can call me Chief. No point in being informal here just because no one else is around. This was once a very prosperous town before the swamp cut off the only passages in or out of here. That is a very dangerous place. Do not even think of trying to break into it through the door. The last thief who tried that did not even get the door open. We found his toolkit lying beside the door, but we never found him. We need to be careful around him. He takes his job most seriously. I once offered him a bribe just as an offer of goodwill, and the man practically bit my head off. Gee, what a sore head. A strange man, a very strange man. No thief ever managed to break into his house unnoticed or steal anything from there. If you ever plan to stay at the inn or even just eat there, I would not recommend stealing from that place. The people there are suspicious of strangers anyway and would know who to blame. Do you mean Nikolai? Yes, his would be an easy house from which to gain money. Be wary, though. The Burgomeister's bedroom is beside the house, and Dmitri watches out and listens for the old man. That shop is very securely locked up at night. The only way to get into it would be to very literally break in the window, and that would attract unwanted attention. Do not try it unless you want to get caught.
Yes, please. Lots of stuff to say to him, huh? This is one of my favorite characters in the game. I guess I like them all pretty much, except I don't like the shopkeeper very much. I find her kind of annoying, but.
Pleased to meet you. It's so good to have someone of my own kind to talk to again. Interesting. You have had a good deal of experience. If you study up on trap disarming and thief signs, you will have almost every skill you need to become a master thief. Perhaps even a chief thief like myself.
Tell the chief about your break-in at the old man's house.
It seems you do really well under pressure. It is a pity that we can no longer fence things here. You could probably earn a lot of money.
Tell the monster about your break-in at the Burgomeister's office.
You seem to be most daring. Is there nothing that you fear? You will make a truly excellent chief thief someday. You are a very brave and honorable man to offer such a thing. Are you certain you are in the right profession? Do you want to be a thief or some kind of a hero? The two roles are usually mutually exclusive, you know.
It's true. But,
Feeling like an idiot, as you generally do when making the sign, you go through the motions of performing the thief sign to the monster.
Well, of course you're a thief. You wouldn't be here, idiot. Tuck that elbow in tighter on the belly rub next time.
I love that guy. I love him. I love it.
Must you go so soon? We were just getting to know one another.
I didn't know other speaking options to you, guy. Alright.
You see a small statue that matches the description that the chief thief gave you.
Yep.
You've seen some pretty ridiculous things in your time, and that's certainly one of them.
Yeah, his head looks like an ace of spades or something. Or a spade, not an ace. It doesn't necessarily need to be the ace, I suppose. Alright, so now what we do is we can't touch it because that's what he did to get turned into the fucking roach or whatever. So, just put it on the shopping bag.
Pick up the statue in the shopping bag, carefully avoiding any contact with your own flesh. The statue glows briefly as it slips into the bag, then subsides.
Let's see. I want to remember how to get to the dang alcove here.
There's something dark in the alcove. There's something dark in the alcove. Could it be at last the fabled black bird for which so many have been searching? This is not a good place. The reliefs are important only for their symbolism. There's nothing... This is no... Be careful what you... The reliefs are...
There we go.
Neatly snags the blackbird, saving you a dangerous balancing act on the ledge. You carefully put the falcon statue away in your pack.
Cool. Now, the last thing we do in here, my favorite part of this place is
The ancient book catches fire instantly, burns far brighter than you would have imagined. You hightail it out of the monastery basement.
burn this evil ass place.
You retrieve the Dark One sign from the monastery door, then quickly step away before the Hectopus can react. It looks pretty much as you'd expect.
Alright. So now we give, I think we just give them the bag. I think we could tell them about that falcon that we took too. It's like a little Easter egg in every game. It's based off of, I think that movie Casablanca.
Wonderful, wonderful. I won't have to scuttle in the shadows all the time. I won't have to have unsavory eating practices. Thank you so very much.
Alright, it doesn't seem like... I think you'd have more to say than that.
So you managed to get the blackbirds from the monastery. Very nicely done. Such a shame that it's a fake. Still, it could be useful. Very useful. However, you never know just what it can be used for.
But yeah, in every game, every Quest for Glory game. Actually, did the first one have the falcon? I forget.
You did very well indeed. I can tell that you will someday be a chief thief yourself.
Pretty much the same thing.
You have such nice manners. Are you certain you want to hang around tough, brutal scum of the earth who will try to beat you up at the slightest excuse? Or is that your idea of a good time? All right. I know I was getting careless. I am going to make certain no one ever touches that statue again. At least not by accident.
Offer it up to your friends. Great party gag. See anything new?
There is a secret passage to the castle from the Boyar's crypt in the graveyard. There is a special way to open this secret door. You must be very careful. I know nothing of the people who now live in the castle. Only that the last thieves to break in never returned.
Hun? I don't understand.
I am all right, I guess, but I'm having a difficult time adjusting to walking on two legs again. Other than the fact that there are no other thieves here, and that we are not likely to get any in the near future, this is a wonderful guild. If you excuse the fact we can't fence anything here either.
Han? Can you make some coffee? I just don't want to drink another one of my pops. Alright. Well, there he goes.
You have the feeling you are being watched.
Your chandelier swinging days are over.
Your chandelier swinging days are over.
Just to let you know, I know like almost pretty much every line in this game.
Domovoy am I. Domovoy I be. Over places Domovoy watch. Protect the inn, do I.
Alright, Yoda.
Big people Domovoy not seen. You stranger are. Maybe hero, maybe not. Show myself to you I do. Speak to you I will. Maybe good things for people will you do. Maybe good thing for Domovoy you do. Some night soon, talk we will again. Domovoy good luck bring. Maybe Domovoy help you. You Domovoy help. In where I am living, in Domovoy am I. Luck I bring. Way things go now, think most luck bad. Things at inn not good. No people come. Innkeeper and wife very, very unhappy. Mordavia very, very sad place. Even Domovoy cannot help here. Oh, too much dark magic. Too much we speak, too much I talk. Sometime else we speak, sometime else I talk.
Alright.
Bad place here and... You hero? Mordavia big hero need. Plenty powerful hero.
Alright, Jar Jar.
Maybe you be soon. Learn much, practice much. Soon, plenty big hero.
You's a hero!
Not many big people see Domovoy. Most not look. You something special. Maybe so?
Alright. I think I have to leave and then come back and then tell him about the other Domovoid that I rescued
Unlock the...
with the rehydration solution from Dr. Cranium. The one that was in the monastery.
You see that the Domovoy is here again.
Oh, happy am I. You help me. You, I help. I help you help others. You be plenty big hero here. Many, many hero things to do,
Alright, what kind of help you need?
Bad place Domovoy all better now. Bad place Domovoy now live in Burgomeister's place. Maybe good luck to Burgomeister.
He's talking about the monastery.
You help me,
Domovoid.
then I help you. You want to be big hero? You want to make many people happy? You want to make friends and influence people? First, to be plenty good hero, need to be very, very powerful. If not very skilled, you die. If not very smart, you die. Oh, no more hero.
Now he sounds like Sirio Pharrell.
Domovoy tells story. Yuri and Bela have daughter Tanya. Lovely daughter. Laughing daughter. One day, Tanya taken away. All because of doll.
I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
Tanya, sweet, sweet child. Tanya like everyone. Then Bela have dream. Dream Tanya taken away. Bela very scared. Not let Tanya play outside. Not let Tanya have friends. Tanya get scared of dark. Tanya many times alone at back of inn in dark. One day, monster come. Big, big monster. Friendly monster. He visit Tanya's window. He talk to Tanya. Tanya not afraid of dark. Tanya now have monster friend. One night, Tanya very, very unhappy. So monster take Tanya away. Monster want to make Tanya happy. Now Tanya gone. Tanya gone to castle. No one see Tanya leave. No one see Tanya go. No one but Domovoy. Domovoy tried to stop Tanya, but too late, too late. Tanya already outside with monster. No tell Bela, no tell Yuri. Very bad thing. Tanya need hero, not dead parents. Only brave, powerful hero.
He doesn't want me to tell them yet until I save her.
One night, Tanya get beautiful doll. Tanya not have doll before. Tanya love doll very, very much. Bela very, very scared. Where doll come from? Yuri very, very scared. Who gave doll to Tanya? Take doll away. Make Tanya very, very sad. Bela hide doll in cabinet. You take doll. Tanya love doll. Maybe you help Tanya, hmm? No talk Bela. No show Bela doll. Make Bela very scared. Make Bela very unhappy. You take doll. You take doll to Tanya someday, hmm? Someday you very powerful hero. You take doll to Tanya.
Not a very powerful hero yet. In terms of Quest for Glory, I'm barely skilled enough for Quest for Glory 2. Like at the end of it. Definitely not overpowered. There's that doll.
You've never seen so many locks and bars on a door. You've never... You unlock the door.
Alright. So you could... This is like more of the mage thing, but you can sleep here.
You graciously but gratuitously grasp some ground.
Alright, I'll be back.
You feel the sensation of floating freely in a... You are warm and safe, surrounded by the sound of gentle beauty. You feel as if you are suddenly totally alive. You can remember every happy moment of your past, taste every favorite sensation, hear all the colors of the universe. This is the true joy of living. Suddenly, you find yourself trapped by darkness. You cannot breathe. The darkness is tearing the warmth, life, and magic from your body. Pain. The agony of lungs without air. the burning cold of a body trapped in ice, the terror of helplessness as death approaches. You float, cold and lifeless. You gradually wake, shaking off the shreds of dreams that cling to your memory.
Oh,
Look, he is safely locked away. We should wait a bit to see if the gravedigger shows up.
Well, there you go. Igor's missing. That
Oh.
ties it. The little weasel never goes anywhere, for crying out loud.
Yeah, except when he's with that wacko, crazy, cuckoo doctor.
Why else would that gypsy be so darn close to town? He got a taste for meat.
It was a full moon outside last night, I'm telling ya.
Yeah, somebody's going to jail. Justice must be served, even for that little gravedigger.
Justice? We don't even know if a crime has really been committed. Just relax, go home or to the inn. The gypsy goes nowhere. We can decide what to do later.
But we...
Later, go home.
okay.
Hold it, Slick. Don't you know what a werewolf is? A man who turns into a wolf.
Yeah, when he's sunbathing at night, you know? It's the full moon that does it.
Listen, the werewolf eats children, which don't make him all bad.
Igor was not a child.
Hey, Yuri's daughter was eaten by one, huh?
No one knows what happened to Tanya. You cannot say she was eaten.
What else could have happened? I mean, we have the werewolf that did...
It'll break out of your little trick-or-treat jail and eat us all.
Hans, not one word about Tanya eaten by a werewolf will you make to Yuri. He and Bella have been hurt too deeply. As you are a man, do not open the wounds again.
Well, I'll tell you what, you suit yourself, pal. But at least they can be avenged now upon the werewolf. The gravedigger's missing.
I mean, we looked everywhere. He's usually under my wife's bed.
We even
What?
tried to talk to that quack Dr. Cranium.
That ridiculous doorbell.
At first, we thought he might be lost.
Then we found the gypsy.
The gypsy did it. He toasted Igor.
Yeah, and then he ate him. Check his breath. It smells like Igor.
Poor Igor.
I'm telling you, gypsies are werewolves.
Yeah, gypsies are all tramps and thieves.
Gypsies cannot be trusted.
I think we're fixing to have one less gypsy around here.
You say, hello, to the group.
Ah, the stranger. Have you heard that Igor was killed and we...
Will you stop saying that? We only know that Igor is missing.
But we already have Igor's murderer.
We have a gypsy, that is all.
But you know that all gypsies are werewolves.
I do not know that, and neither do any of you. If you would stop listening to old wives' tales and start thinking, you'd realize only that the gravedigger is missing, and all else is in your imaginations.
You ask if you can help in the investigation. After all, you are a bona fide hero.
We already have the murderer.
We ourselves have solved this.
We are the heroes here.
Look, if you can prove one way or another what happened to Igor, I would be glad of it. I do not like blaming someone for a crime that may not even have been committed.
Okay.
It is none of your...
Perfect. The gravedigger Igor's been killed.
And we captured a werewolf.
Listen, I'm telling you, Igor's death must be avenged.
Go home. Just go home, all of you. You do not know the truth yet.
We're gonna make the little gypsy tell the truth. Don't you worry.
Yeah, let's see how much lying he does after we take his teeth out by hand.
Oh my gosh.
Dmitri, dude, listen,
No, you listen, all of you. There is nothing to be done until we know all the facts. Now go home and let me do my job, please.
Alright, so we know what's going on here. We don't need to go through every single option.
The gravedigger is missing, and the gypsy just happened to be near the front gate when we were searching for Igor. He is suspected of being a werewolf and of having eaten Igor.
The gypsy looks at you with disdain. The gypsy spits in your general direction. The gypsy glares at you in sullen silence. The gypsy ignores you. You tell the gypsy that you will do whatever you can to help prove his innocence and see his release. The gypsy doesn't seem to believe you.
Well then, go do something instead of standing around talking with everyone. It is possible that the gravedigger is still alive. If you are going wandering outside of town, please watch for him.
There a monstrous groaning noise from beneath the fallen tombstone. Perhaps a horrible monster waits below. The headstone has fallen over the open grave, covering it.
Alright, so there's a few options here. If you're strong enough, you could, as a most likely a fighter, you could straight just lift it.
It doesn't. You say hello to the whatever it is in the no longer open grave. You hear a muffled, indistinguishable moan from the grave. You shout into the no longer empty grave. You hear a muffled, indistinguishable moan. How do you threaten something in a no longer open grave? With premature unburial? You hear a muffled... You make the thief sign. You don't impress anyone.
That's more of an inside joke, really, than... But yeah, so anyway, a fighter, if you're strong enough, you could just lift it.
You fail to budge the heavy gravestone. It will take more strength than you've got to move this, or better leverage.
Mm-hmm. So, as a thief... Oop. Sorry.
You hear a monster...
As a thief, you could lift it up using your rope. I think a magic user, I think you could force it. I think.
This is not a good...
No. What spell is it for the magic user? I mean, I don't think open would do anything. Trigger? No.
This isn't...
It's way too heavy to fetch.
You didn't manage to fetch anything.
Alright, so yeah, so we'll have to use our thief skills.
This is not...
Igor saved! Kind stranger saved Igor! Good kind stranger! Igor happy grave, not Igor's grave!
And that's it.
The gypsy is gone. Welcome back. I suppose you've heard all the latest news by now.
Nope. Tell me all about it.
The gypsy is no longer my prisoner. Good riddance. I would not have enjoyed burning him at the stake. I'm just glad this whole thing is over. I hope this is the last of people disappearing mysteriously around here. The townspeople are foolish sometimes. They want easy answers instead of difficult solutions.
Most people in life, man. Alright, bro. We're leaving.
Farewell, and thank you for helping Igor. I did not believe the gypsy was guilty, and I did not want to burn him at the stake.
Igor very glad not to still be in grave. You Igor's friend now,
Yeah.
You tell Igor how you figured out he was stuck in the grave.
Lucky for Igor, you persistent hero.
You tell Igor the townspeople were worried while he was gone.
People miss Igor? You tell Igor a rumor? Igor now morgue happy than ever. Morgue happy, get it? Little graveyard humor there.
Oh, here we go. Here's Alicia.
The bush looks a little strange, almost as though it is sitting rather than growing in its place. You make the thief sign.
Oh,
The strange, green-haired creature seems unimpressed. You take a wild guess. Your name is Cedric. The bush shudders violently.
Leashy, look and see. In a bush or up a tree. Lychee, riddle rhyme. Can you solve them every time? Here we go.
The response is a low wolf. You tell the wolves to stay calm. They don't seem particularly less agitated. The wolves look much more relaxed now, but they still won't let you through.
Thank you for the beautiful flowers. No one has been so nice to me since I can remember. It is lonely being a Rizalka. Anytime anyone nice comes along, I pull him into the lake and drown him. Once he's drowned, he's not much company, I'm afraid. I've been a Rizalka for so long, I've forgotten. This lake is surrounded on 3 sides by steep mountains. To the southwest, it merges with a swamp. The lake is not a safe place for you to swim. Many unpleasant things lurk in the deep water. The swamp is definitely a creepy place. Dead things lie under the water and try to drag the living underneath. Kinda sounds like my job description, doesn't it? Well, the things in the swamp are a whole lot nastier than I am. So be careful out there.
Alright, you hot bitch.
I stay far away from them. They crawled into the lake from the swamp one day. Ugh, they remind me of worms and give me the creeps. I don't know much about the forest. I can't leave my lake, so I don't get around there much.
You ask what a nice girl like her is doing in a place like this.
I don't really know. I've been here for such a long time now. I mean, it's not like I can go anywhere. I can't leave the lake. It's my job to drown anyone who comes to the lake. That's what being a Rizalka is all about.
She's like so candid about it.
I think I remember the town. I must have lived there once. Other than the fact it's somewhere to the northeast, I guess I can't tell you much about it.
So let's leave and then try to come back because we know her name. We actually read her gravestone. But we're in the cemetery.
Hi again. I'd hoped you'd come back. It gets lonely here with no one to talk to but the fish. You know, we'd better not touch. I'd have to drag you to your death, and I really don't want to do that. You've been kind to me, and I like you.
Aww.
Welcome back. You seem to be finding your way nicely in Mordavia. You sure have been a lot of places. The only place I've been besides the lake is a swamp, and that's not exactly a tourist attraction. I may have been places while I was alive, but I can't remember back that far.
Gazing intently at the lake woman, you sensuously waggle the fingers of your right hand beside your nose. Then you delicately and suggestively rub your belly with your left hand. The Rusalka says, "Oh, yes, that's what I want too. Come to me, and we'll rub noses and bellies together forever."
I swim a lot and comb my hair and look for people to drag to their deaths. It's not exactly a busy schedule. The swamp to the southeast is a very scary place. I swam there once out of curiosity. I was combing the weed and goo from my hair for weeks afterwards. The will-o'-the-wisps were friendly enough, but those grasping arms, ugh. Weirdest of all were the creepy standing guard near some sort of tomb. Well, I'm not going back to that swamp for anything. Will-o'-the-wisps are the souls of lost children. They play around the swamp at night. They look like little sparkles of light. Watch it, though. They love to play hide-and-go-seek in the swamp, and most people who try to follow them there don't return. I call it a tomb, but it was more like some sort of pillar. It felt magical and very, very cold, even to me. I stay as far away from it as I can. Scary. The guards near the tomb were really weird. They looked like they had been human once. Now I don't know what they are. Well, they aren't dead or undead, as far as I can tell. Just awful. The grasping arms will try to drag anyone into the swamp. Now, they can't get you if you stick to the grassy areas, but I don't recommend you go visiting there.
Interesting.
Mermaid? What do I know of mermaids? I'm a Rusalka. You do realize I'm undead, don't you? I mean, it's not like I have a life here.
With all my tabs.
This gravestone is marked, "No effort could Elissa save. She passed into a watery grave. Her body was lost, only her memory remains."
And we know who that
Here
is.
lies Janos, faithful forever to his lost true love, laid beside her empty grave.
Hi, handsome. Oh, if only I'd met you when I was alive. I certainly wouldn't be a Rusalka now, I'm sure. You certainly have had a time of it here in Mordavia. Still, you can handle it, I'm sure of it. So, how's the hero business going? Being undead is not so bad. I don't have to worry about getting old, after all. The lake's not a bad place to stay, except when it freezes over in the winter. It gets kind of boring swimming under the ice for 3 months or more.
Yeah, I imagine.
There is some sort of enchantment about the swamp. It seems that all paths lead to the tomb which lies at the center. It's almost impossible to get away from it once you find the tomb. That swamp is a really bad place, and you should stay as far away from it as possible.
Oh, do I get her to brush her hair? Is that what?
That didn't do anything. That did. You dust yourself off. That didn't.
Crap.
After some red. After some red. There are a number of. Which book do you? As you There are a series of articles about the land of Moldavia. The chapter on fauna describes a number of interesting creatures. The Necritor is a... In the forest lives the Lishi.
There we go,
Creature
Lishi.
known for playing practical jokes on
I mean, I know that's what he was called, but
playing riddle
that's
games,
now we know his
which is also
name.
helpful to those
We
it
can
likes.
say it to him.
You learn about the Rosalka, the spirit of a murdered unmarried woman.
Oh,
Such
there we go.
spirits are said to inhabit lakes and rivers. They try to avenge themselves by drowning any man foolish enough to approach them. You could really learn a lot by reading this magazine thoroughly, instead of just browsing through it. Isn't it nice that we included a complete copy in your game box? This book teaches the ancient Oriental art of talk fool. How to overcome opponents by attacking them with the unpronounceable names of martial arts forms and confusing them with fortune cookie wisdom. You get lost somewhere between karate and cook serve.
Beings work is you put things together.
This gravestone is marked, no effort. Here lies This gravestone is marked, no effort could Elissa save. She passed into...
So then we tell her that her name is Alyssa, and then I think she remembers stuff. And then we get a piece of her hair. Then we gotta beat the shit out the grave next to her and fight her ex-boyfriend's ghost or whatever. And then that, like, we kill him, and then that frees her from her bonds or whatever.
It doesn't...
We go wait for them to come over here. Oh yeah, that's right. We attract them with candy because they're little kids.
You carefully place some of the candy on the ground.
Thank you.
You capture a few...
Alright, so then we go over here. Oh no. Where's the... Why is it doing that, I wonder? This way? And then this way? Yeah, that's where it should... That's the screen... That's the same exact screen it should have brought us to. Huh.
When you bring the will-o-wisp near the standing stone, glowing runes appear around a six-pointed image. In the center of the runes, you can now see a small hole in the stone. When you touch the Dark One sign to its image on the squid stone, the sign locks into place in the small hole. The points of the sign seem to point to 6 of the glowing runes. You need to spell a word or name appropriate to those who carved this stone.
Yeah. It's like A-V-O-O-Z-E-L or something. A-V-O-O-Z-E-L? So I didn't do it right?
The stone... An image of the sign of the Dark One has appeared on the squid stone. When you touch the dark...
V. O. O. E.
You need to...
Like, I know what it wants, man. Come on.
The stone was placed here by followers of the Dark One and keyed to its name.
I think I'm spelling it right. Let me make sure I'm spelling it right. But I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Let's see. So A V O O Z L. Why do I feel like it didn't register the fucking O?
An image? When you...
A V O O Z L.
Try clicking on the letters instead.
Yeah, I did. I mean, that's a Z, right? V.
Nothing happened. As you complete the name of the Dark One, you feel a distant rumble under the earth, as of the earth shifting, or some unimaginably huge creature stirring in its sleep. Part of the squid stone opens to reveal a small compartment. You reach in to find a scroll covered with mysterious runes. The symbol of the senses at the top is the only part that you can make out. You also retrieve the Dark One sign, which pulls loose from the stone with a slurping, sucking sensation. The hole in the stone closes as you remove the sign.
Huh.
You slowly fill your flask. You release the will-o-wisps back into the swamp.
No matter how tired I am when I start, and it's wearing me down. It's been about 2 or 3 weeks now, and I just can't. It's wearing me down, man.
You examine the door closely. It's massive and well made. The door is securely locked and All right. You hear a sharp snick as your lockpicks catch the tumblers just right. The crypt door opens.
Okay.
You are in a dark, dank crypt, filled with bas-relief figures of long-departed knights and statues of the Grim Reaper. Stairs lead back up to the entrance. A brightly colored copy of the Borgov crest adorns part of the floor.
Alright, stay over here. Because I think one of these statues comes alive or something like that.
As you shake hands with the Grim Reaper statue, the door at the top of the stairs opens. The door is securely locked.
I think Igor gives you the key. But picking the lock is fine. Let's see here. So Borgov, so it's like blue, orange, red, green, orange, violet.
Spelling out the name Borgov in colors has caused a secret compartment to open in the crest. Inside is a small key which you add to your keylock.
Oh shit! What's this?
You find nothing but slimy mold under the... coffin cover is decorated with a bas-relief sculpture of a knight. Searching carefully, you see a small hole that looks like a... A small key from the crest opens a lock in the relief. You open the coffin lid to reveal a dark passageway leading deep into the mountainside. After following the dark passage for several minutes, you come out into a castle chamber. The bookcase closes behind you, and there is no obvious way to open it again. The bookshelves are full of incredibly exciting works, such as 250 years of Boyar ledgers.
First grade writing samples. Alright, well, we're going to save it here. We'll start up here in the castle once we come back next stream. We'll probably have a beat too. We'll probably beat the game in the next video, alright? So Saul Sunforge signing out, telling you to keep on gaming. Have a great time, and we'll see you soon. Don't forget, I'm on Mixer, mixer.com/Saul Sunforge. And pretty soon I'll be on D Live as well.